Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always a high moving all over state. It's LDs. Also known Lawrence the One for another episode of I Need to Know and my special guest. Introduce yourself, G.
Man, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy Prezi, presidential himself, man, Mr. Do Better.
Okay. Check this out, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for giving me the open floor to ask you anything. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to ask this first question, right?
It's all good.
How did you come up with your name?
Long but short story. Just growing up in the projects, me and my partners playing around, and my projects, you kind of fake into it, not like that, but like be fake disagreeing on certain things, and it's kind of like two sides. At one point, it was like two sides, and I was the dude who can deal with both sides without it being no problems. And my partner was telling me, like, man, you like the president up here, right?
Okay.
So I took that and ran with it, and RP, my little cousin Higgs, one day I was coming out of the house, and he seen me, he just screamed like, Prezi!
You know what I'm about to say, right?
Go ahead.
I like that. For sure, man. And how tall are you, man? I thought I couldn't tell from the video. I'm like, this motherfucker look tall. You about 6'4"?
6'6".
6'6", huh?
Yeah.
So was you playing hoop and shit like that?
Yeah, I used to hoop in high school.
Okay, what was that like?
It was cool. My cousin husband, I used to be around him all the time, and I was in like the 10th grade going to the 11th, and he told me like, man, you a bum. Like, I want to go to some basketball games, man. Like, you supposed to be hooping. Yeah. So I ended up going to the school and ended up not even trying out for the team, just telling the coach, like, I'm going to play.
Okay.
I had to get my grades, and it was cool.
Was you good in hoop?
Yeah.
What was you averaging, nigga?
My junior year, I averaged like 19. My senior year, I was like 22.
When you averaged 22, did they yell, you could do better?
I wasn't thought of at that time.
For sure, man. So talk about your life growing up in Frisco, and where exactly in Frisco are you from?
I'm from Hunters Point, Harbor Road to be exact. Rough, seen everything, done everything, man. Just treacherous in the trenches.
Okay. A lot of murders and shit like that over there?
Ah, man, since I was a kid, I've been seeing that shit. I kind of like became accustomed to it, which is sad to say, but shit, it's like shit I had to deal with since a young age. Yeah, I had my boy, my big OG, you know what I'm saying, from RBL, Black C, with the eye and stuff like that. He was in here, man. He was dropping some science about Hunters Point. What would you say one of your biggest memories about Hunters Point was? One of my biggest memories, see, by the time I came up, Hunters Point wasn't really Hunters Point no more, man. When Black C and them was coming up, the whole Hunters Point was together. It was like they was all one. But by the time I came of age, it was like separated, kind of bad. But my biggest memory of Hunters Point is when they finally let me perform on that thing, man, rock the stage, and I had all my people out there, man, screaming and shouting, man. That was my biggest thing. Yeah.
You got everybody proud of you, huh?
100%.
This is another random question. Do people ever think that you Ethiopian or Eritrean?
Everywhere I go.
Speak on that.
Sometimes I'll be just like, yeah, I am. But some people will be like, nah, you really ain't. But then some people will be like, and you look like you Ethiopian or Habashah.
Yeah.
Or everything.
Yeah, you get all the residue. You get all the residue left over from the Nip show.
Oh, man. For sure. Hey, let me tell you this one funny story. My nephew had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. And there was this Eritrean family. They was like right next to ours. So when I walked up, I know she was the grandma because she was an old lady. She was looking at me. She was just smiling at me, right? So I walked to my family and she was looking at me like, what is he doing? And then I seen her whispering to other people like, why are you over there?
Yeah.
I don't know. They thought I was part of the team or some part of the family or something. I don't know.
You know what's crazy though? Because in actuality, it's a lot of people that's related that we don't know. Like I can tell you a fact. Everybody got 16 great-grandparents. Did you know that?
Never heard of it. So,
like, you got 2 parents, right? You got 4 grandparents, because all of them got 2 parents. You got 8 great-grandparents, and it just keep multiplying. So, for you to be related to somebody is hella easy.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
So, them was your folks.
Probably most likely, shit.
So tell me when you how did your hip hop experience start? Like when did you start rapping?
When I started rapping?
Yeah.
So we always had like a little studio in the projects, like not really the projects, but like the people I hung around. We always had a little studio. We had a studio in my house at one point in time. My brother ended up getting some studio equipment we had put in the house, but I never really took rap serious. And then once I got out of jail, was at the studio. I used to be around Lil Blood all the time.
Shout out to Third World Lil Blood.
Shout out to Lil Blood. I used to be around Blood all the time before I started rapping or anything. And just got in there after I got out of jail and just made history.
Yeah, yeah. So what is your creative process? Like you said, jail, are you one of them jail niggas that actually had a song ready, you already be beating on your chest and be like, play that?
Hell nah, I can't do that. That's hard. That's a different type of jail vibes. I don't know how to do that. Them niggas gifted with that.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
For sure. So what is your creative process? Do they already have the beat picked out?
Nah, you just gotta find a beat that you like, and when you go in there, just vibe however you feeling. Just, you know, try to say the first thing that come to your head, then go with the beat. And this is the best way to go about it.
Okay, and you got that big song, Do Better, right? Is that your largest song today?
Yeah, 100%.
Talk about that. Where was you at when you first made that song up?
Studio. We had our own little studio at the time, and just sitting up in that thing with my brother and everybody, and it just happened, man. My partners, it happened.
Did you know that you had one at that point?
You kind of feel it, but then at the same time, you discourage yourself. But at the same time, you kind of feel it. Like, I manifested it, though. Like, when I made the song, I used to listen to it every day. I'd be in the mirror rapping it and be like, man, I'm going to perform this at the Summer Jam, watch. Yeah. And then that following Summer Jam, I performed it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so it was cool.
For sure. So, you said that you did the song Do Better. Right. So, did it originally have Mozzie and Filthy on it?
Nah, what had happened, I had dropped it just me, and it would start going crazy. I'm talking about everywhere you go, it was going crazy. And Mozzie was my favorite rapper at the time, so I knew when I did the remix, I already had a feeling that I was going to put him on it. You know what I'm saying? Then Phil and my brother is tight. Yeah. So Phil ended up reaching out, like, man, send me the instrumental, Sent to the instrumental, we got on it. And then shout out Prezi. He ended up buzzing in with me, like, man, let me get on it. I'm like, it's good. Oh,
so they tapped in with you? Yeah. So you reached out to Mozzie, but the other two tapped in with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I respect that.
For sure.
For sure. So talk about some of your other big records.
I might have the Big Record Family. Me and my boy Tree Thomas, that got Mozzie on it too. I ended up at the studio, somebody played it for Mozzie on my heat. Like, man, let me jump on this. Yeah. But Mozzie, one of them dudes, like, when you give him a song, he might take forever to, you know what I'm saying, get back. Yeah. He might take a little minute. He gonna get it back to you, but you know what I'm saying, he can shout it right back to me. So that's why I'm like, oh, the song must be kind of hard, like, you know. Yeah. And I ended up putting it out. That went crazy right after that. So it was just, you know.
How do you best describe your style? You know what I'm saying?
Humble. Real. Everything I say is like some truth to it. I don't be capping about nothing.
Okay. Do you believe that see, when I came up in the 90s and shit like that, rappers actually had to do the shit that they actually was in the streets that they do on record. Is that still the case today?
Heck no. These rappers out here faking the funk. I mean, but it's working for them though, so I don't hate on nobody, but most of them are fair. They wouldn't understand what it's like really growing up in the trenches, like every day, eat, sleeping, drinking, the trenches. Like, it's different.
Is it okay for a rapper to be from the trenches and rap about the shit that he saw, but he didn't do it?
Yeah, of course. Because anybody who get on the track and say they killed 1,000 people, they'll be lying to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, like, you kill a few people, the police dang near coming to get you just off hearsay. Yeah, the streets know you got about 4 or 5 bodies. Yeah. They coming to get you off. You ain't finna be surviving on the streets like that. It's only a rare few. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everybody rap about something like, if you with your best friend or something, your best friend just want to pull a crazy skit or something, you can put that in your rap. That's your man's. Okay.
And how many albums do you have?
I got the Still in the Hood project, the Do Better. I got the album with me and my boy BP, and I got a project with Filthy. Okay. And then we got the 415 album too that me guys and them had put out.
Oh, you got a 415 album?
Yeah.
Because you named it 415. Did anybody ever think you was Kumi?
Nah. So it was a joint project with like me, Lil Bean, Zay Bang, Lil Yee, and Llama Llama. We had did a joint project with guys in Zaytoven called 415. And we put it out last year on 415.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's called 415, my bad, 415.
And do you got a record label?
Empire.
Empire.
Yeah.
Talk about that, how you landed that deal.
My brother T-Fats, Free T-Fats, he knew Gazi from a long time ago. And this one Gazi was, he was just on his upbringing. It was getting right for him. And we went over there and hollered at him and, you know, got everything right and got everything together. What
exactly does Empire do for the people that's out there? Like, do they give you a check for your album or do they just distribute it?
It's all up to however your paperwork is. They could distribute it. If you sign to them as an artist, they put that paper behind you, give you some paper. They're going to make sure you eat for sure.
Gotcha. And earlier you said that you went to jail. How long was you in jail?
I did 4 months for a murder charge. I had a speedy trial.
Oh. Yeah. You want to speak on that, or that's something we don't speak on?
I mean, you know, we can speak on it to a certain extent.
Yeah, speak on it to a certain extent, but don't let me stop you.
Just, you know, just going somewhere having fun, man. An unfortunate situation happened where, you know, men got to be men. And that's all. Like, you know, it's either going to let your nuts hang or you're going to tuck your tail.
Yeah.
This shit just happens.
What was one of the biggest lessons that you actually learned 4 months while you was in jail?
One of the biggest lessons that I learned is, like, you can't take your life for granted because people don't give two F's about what went down, how it went down, as long as they get paid by you being behind bars. And then at the time I had a daughter, just one kid at the time when I was in jail, and just like not seeing her, not being able to see her. She'd come see me and be like, "Daddy, I'm finna come back there with you." And I was like, "Nah."
Okay.
I was like, you know.
And how many you got, 2?
I got 3 now.
Okay. Is that?
Yeah, my son right there.
You the smallest?
No, but I got a, so I had 2 kids in 2017. I had one in August and one in December.
Damn, you really is the president. Okay.
It wasn't easy, but hey, you know, it's a blessing. Kids is a blessing, man.
For sure, man. How do you balance this rap music or the industry life with the family life?
It's hard, man. I ain't been putting out as many songs and projects as I should have because it's like dealing with certain stuff on a daily is kind of like blocked me from, like, it's a music life and it's a real life. I done been under multiple, like, murder investigations since I've been rapping, and, like, my partners have been in the jail fighting murder cases. Like, 4 of my partners got convicted for murder charges. Like, once my partners got killed, shot, it's like I be dealing with so much other stuff that be going on my head. It be kind of, sometimes it be hard for me to focus on music.
Yeah.
But I find a way to get through it, though.
Okay, for sure, man. I definitely respect that. So now that you know what I'm saying, you're doing your rap star thing, how do you weed out the chicks that actually just want to fuck with you because, you know what I'm saying, that you cool, or they want to fuck with you because you the president?
You stick and move.
Now, that can mean 2 things. Do stick and move mean keep going, or do that mean hit and quit?
Stick and move.
Oh, you turned it into Muhammad Ali now, nigga.
Nah, it's cool. Like, you know, every female just, they don't want to just get in your jaws all the time. Some females just want to vibe out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool dude. So
yeah.
I can have females around without me actually doing nothing with them. Like, it's cool.
Okay, for sure. Are you in a relationship right now?
I mean,
you could always say the information is classified. I work with veterans. You could just say that's classified, sir.
Nah, that's classified.
So this is what I want to know. Now I got to know this. I have to know this.
Go ahead.
All right. Would you ever do a record with a snitch?
Nah. Not if I knowingly know that he's snitching, no. I didn't, turn down. I think I didn't turn down because I turned down a record or something because it was like speculation that the motherfucker was telling or something.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like,
Okay. Now this is the second part. Could you ever get a beat from a snitch?
Nope. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's like I just stand on principle. I got partners who done been told on. Like, I done been told on, so I just know the feeling. But you know, I don't know it's a difference between like a snitch though. Like a snitch is somebody like it's a snitch and it's a good citizen.
Okay.
Like if a lady just walking down the street and she witnessed something, she go tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's snitching, but at the same time, like she just doing her, like, you know. Like, she just doing something that she was taught to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, I got a vendetta against motherfuckers who, like, be, like, acting like they like that or acting like they with some and they from here or something, and then shit go bad and all of a sudden you tuck your tail when the pressure on. Because as a kid, I was taught that's what we're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it takes a man to stand on them principles. Like, everybody ain't built for that.
Yeah.
So you got to learn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be built for that. Like, everybody ain't.
Okay, now this is the second part to that question. Say like it's a motherfucker that's in the game, right? Mm-hmm. He's in the game.
Right.
But he witnessed something unfortunate that don't have nothing to do with him. Mm-hmm. At that point, is he being a good citizen or does he still have to abide by the rules?
You got to abide by the rules. You got to. When you in that life, it's like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Okay. Okay. And it's the last question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were me, would you interview snitches?
If I was you?
Yeah. Is it okay for me to interview snitches?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ain't no street, like if you ain't no street dude or nothing, I don't really know, like, you know, like your upbringing and all that. So I ain't.
Oh, I'm baptized.
Okay. Just do what you want. You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. I'm baptized too, though, but yeah, you do what you want. You know. Nobody can't tell you how to make your money. That's the one thing. Everybody got their own mind, which is cool, but it's all about the decisions that you make.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you this. Are you about what, 28 or something?
I'm 30.
Oh, 30. That was my first guess. So with rap being so dangerous and stuff like that, when you got in the game, did you know that it was going to be this dangerous as it is?
It's crazy because it's like, yeah, it's dangerous because, like, everybody know your face. Like, you know, and you gotta be cautious of like putting your face out there. But I try my best to not put myself in dangerous situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that my face card is a lot, and even without the rapping, my face card is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to keep myself in some good situations. Yeah,
because you easy to spot out because you so tall.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I was thinking, damn, how tall is he? I thought he was like, man, he might be about 6'1". You put extra 5 on that.
Yeah, 6'6".
Okay, so we always talk about anthems and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. I Got 5 on it is the Bay Area anthem. Yeah. Keep It on the Real and Pimp of the Year, I feel like, is the Oakland anthems, East Oakland specifically. Is Don't Give Me No Bama Weed Frisco's anthem?
It's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Because, like, me and Black Sea, we actually from the same projects. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, you just said Harbor Row.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But that's definitely one of the San Francisco anthems.
I got to give you some hip-hop trivia real quick. What does RBL stand for?
Ruthless by Law.
Come on, man. For sure. For sure. So, did Do Better, did that go gold?
Not yet, because it's some logistic problems. I had dropped it on 2 different channels. It dropped on World Star and it dropped on my channel. The one that's on World Star got like 45 million views, and the one that's on my channel got like 38 million views.
Woo!
So guys, it's not officially gold, but it's gold.
Yeah.
But the
it's
plaque
ghetto gold.
It's ghetto gold, but the plaque should be here within this year. By the end of this year, I get my plaque for it.
Do you consider yourself a successful artist?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I didn't expect nothing out of rap. Like, you know, like from the rest of my life, people was gonna notice me. If this one song was the only song that blow up for me, people gonna notice me for the rest of my life for this song. That's how big this song is.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I put the footwork in to make sure that this song, I squeeze. You know, you got that toothpaste and you squeeze every inch of that toothpaste out of that. That's what I did with this song. I made sure, like, everybody gonna, at some point in your life, you're gonna hear this song.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
man, I'm definitely proud of you. You know I got your song on my playlist. I got 2 playlists, though. You know what I'm saying? I got the old playlist and I got the new playlist. You're on the playlist with Dave Loaf and Jacquees. You somewhere around there. Chris Brown, Go Crazy.
Yeah,
that motherfucker's rest in peace to Mo 3.
Man, Mo 3 was a dope artist, man. I remember when I first heard Mo 3, I was like, this dude is something else.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate I never got to do a song with him. He was one of my favorites, too.
Would you say Mo 3 was more like T-Pain or Nate Dogg?
T-Pain and Nate Dogg, that's kind of like a janky comparison.
Why would you say it's janky?
T-Pain and Nate Dogg, I don't know. Just him and T-Pain didn't make music about the same stuff. And Nate Dogg wasn't as versatile as him. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg come from that, though. But it's crazy. I was just in Dallas like 2 weeks ago, and I was asking, you know, and I touched down in somebody's city. I want to know about all the rappers that I'm looking at on YouTube. They told me he was really like that.
I bet.
They told me he was really like that. Like, for real, for real.
Speaking of Texas, have you ever did anything with Sauce Walker?
Nope, I was supposed to when I was just down there, though. But Sauce Walker, man, I love his energy. Like, me just watching everything about, like, I love his energy. Like, his energy can't be matched.
He one of them people, right?
Right.
That you could act, you know, like a toy, like a stuffed animal?
Right.
You can make a stuffed animal Sauce Walker toy that you pinch the arm and it start talking and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he one of them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you could tell his energy is crazy. It can't be matched. You could tell.
Speaking of energy and can't be matched, say you was a superhero, what would be your superpower in this rap music stuff?
If I was a superhero, what would be my superpower in this rap stuff? Ask that to me one more time. Like, I'm trying to see, like,
what is your superhero strength as a rapper? Like, for Fab, it would be the fact he can freestyle.
Okay, I get what you're saying. It would probably be, like, the organicness of it. Like, just, like, I can think about something that happened in my life 10 years ago and put it on a beat.
Okay.
Yeah, I can bring my realities to the beats.
Okay, now this is what I also want to ask you. You work with Mozzie, Filthy Rich, OMB Peasy. Name a few other big names that you work with.
I'm Derez Deshaun out of Atlanta, Lucci. Who else I work with? I done been around a bunch of artists, but I ain't really worked with too much. I'm not one of them dudes who see somebody and be like, "Hey, what's up? Let's do a song." Or like, you know, I just like, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. Like, I don't be tripping.
Yeah. And I also want to ask you the parallel question. Talk about some of the artists that people don't know that you've worked with that you feel like they should check out.
My boy BP the Official, singing Cat Out of Vallejo, he hard. My partner Tree Thomas go crazy. It's a few other people. I don't want to leave nobody out, but it's a few other people. But
okay. Now I want to ask you this: do you feel like if you was from Atlanta and you dropped that song "Do Better," it would be bigger than it is because you was
100% would. It'd be like I'd be platinum right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? Nipsey Hussle was supposed to get on the remix.
Your twin.
Yeah, twin was supposed to get on the remix.
Man, rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, Nip. He had I was texting him, I emailed him the instrumental and everything, but he was in grind mode for what he had going on. So by the time I had to turn it in, he ended up hitting me like, man, my bad, I didn't get back to you in time. Man, don't even trip, you don't get in the studio, whatever. Like, feel me? Like, my bad, I didn't get to you in time. I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, man, he had a good spirit. Where was you at when you found out that he was murdered?
I was actually in Atlanta, and I had just left Miami and went to Atlanta. And I'm talking about as soon as I landed in Atlanta and walked in the house, my partner was like, man, they just killed your boy. I'm like, ooh. He's like, man, Nip. So I ended up calling one of my LA partners, one of his bros. I'm like, man, what's going on? He's like, man, bro, gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, unfortunate, man.
Yeah, I remember when that happened, because I remember when Tupac and Biggie died, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was when I was younger, and I was like, damn, now it's fucked up. But when Nip died, it kind of touched me a little bit different because he was really actually trying to do a lot of shit for the community. You know what I'm saying? Like own businesses and do everything for everybody else. And it just seemed like it still came out bad in the end.
Yeah, it just, man, they say you got to get out your own city. He was one of the ones I didn't think that something was going to happen to him in his own city. Unfortunately, man, it's another reason why I don't like snitches. Like,
yeah.
They just killed my boy.
Yeah. Do you feel like that you have to get out your own city too? Like, do you still like?
Yeah, like, it's cool to go back, but you definitely got to be cautious. Like, but anywhere you go, you got to be cautious. But in your own city, it's even more vital to be cautious. Like, I just try to pop in and out. I don't be trying to hang around for too long.
when people call you Prezi, do any haters want to call you by your real name?
Nah, but it's crazy. I was just having this conversation with my partners. Like, some of my people that I still grew up with still call me by my project nickname. Like, but I don't take it no way because it's like, that's it feel weird when they call me Prezi. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, but everybody be cool. Yeah,
that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So I want to ask you about a current event.
Okay.
The slap.
Chris Rock?
Yes, sir.
Man, my honest opinion on it, you can't play with nobody's wife like that, man. Yeah. Like, I know that they go through whatever they go through and they be all on the internet, but at the end of the day, that's that man's wife. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be cautious of how you play with certain people. Certain people you could play with like that, man. They just went through so much stuff on the internet, people degrading them as a family and all. Nobody got time to keep playing. Yeah. And us as people got to know that, man. It's a time to play and it's a time not to play.
Yeah. You know, somebody said on Facebook, he did that. That this ain't the Source Awards.
Oh, wow.
And that touched me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, so we can't express ourselves because this is a white event. Like, feelings don't work like that.
Feelings don't work like that.
Let me give shout out to the train. Shout out to the train, always coming through. Shout out to the motherfucking Trezane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you can't play in nobody's household like that. It's like making a joke about somebody's kid or something. Ain't nobody finna be playing with you about their family.
Yeah.
But to each his own, man. Some people feel a certain way about it. I seen Stephen A. speaking on this, like, man, be quiet, man. You always saying something crazy because you can't say what you want to say on because of your sports network. So it seemed like they got him like a puppet or something. Like, he just be. It seemed like, I don't know what's up with dude. I used to like him. I don't really like him no more, man.
Yeah, he said something that I'm
always saying something. Like, he always against the black folks now or something. Like, it's like, I seen one comment that he got in trouble. It seemed like ever since he got in trouble for speaking out on something, he been against, like, it seemed like he just trying to go whatever side to where he can say something without getting in trouble. Like, I don't like that.
You know what he said? He said, when I wake up in the morning, I think about making my boss some money and how to get some of it. I got to ask you a question. How do you feel about that?
That's horrible. You got to think about how I'm going to be my own boss.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You think about how to make another man some money. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's cool for your situation, but at some point you got to think like, man, I need to start. The money I'm making my boss, I need to be making myself. How can I figure out a way to make that happen? I ain't never heard him say that, but that just make me not like him even more.
Okay.
That's horrible.
Now, check this out. When you were young, let's say I'm going to pick a number 1 through 10.
7.
When you was in 7th grade, what did you think that you'd be doing right now at 30?
You know, it's crazy, and this is my honest opinion. Life was so crazy that where I came from, like, I didn't even think about being 30. Like, and that's sad to say, like.
Let me pause real quick. Are you saying that you did not think that you would be 30, or it was just so far away it's like, man, I'm just living in the moment?
A little bit of both, but like, you know, we come from so much stuff be happening. It's like, you don't think about, man, when I get 30, I'm going to be, like, you don't speak on that. Like, we used to be like, man, when we get like 21 or something, like, that was like a milestone. When we made it 25, you were OG now. Like, so like 30 was like out of even thought, like, you know.
That's extra.
That was extra. That was a plus or whatever came after that. So.
For sure. So, what was I just going to ask you? Because my business partner just threw me off. When he throw that 3, that mean we up at the 30-minute mark. We be doing hand signs and shit.
Nah,
check this out, though. Hey, when an interview don't be going cool, this nigga do his fingers like this. You know what that mean?
Roll it up.
Wrap this shit up. So, yeah, you was talking about Atlanta. Is that one of your favorite places to be outside the Bay?
I mean, it's cool. Yeah, the A be cool. The A be lit. I'm a house person, man. If I ain't doing something that's making me some money, I'd rather be in the house with my kids, man.
Okay.
I don't really like being out. Like, that's one that goes to say, like, I'll try not to put myself in crazy situations. Yeah. You know, if somebody at the club, I don't need to be at nobody's club. If you pay me, I'll pull up. Like, you know, I pop out here now and then, but I'd rather be in the house with my kids, man.
How much is it for a walkthrough?
You gotta holler at my peoples about that, and I don't talk numbers.
You sound like my partner that said that. Then nigga go say, Lawrence, man, I need you to come work for me today. I said, how much you gonna pay me? He said, oh, I don't discuss numbers. Nigga, I'm not finna be working for you all day, nigga, and gotta wait at the end. Nigga, this is crazy. I guess he was a self-made manager.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. You can't talk numbers, man, because then they're going to go off what you say. You might want to charge somebody else a little extra.
That's real.
But you said, I don't care what I said.
Have you been out the country yet?
Yeah, a bunch of times. I keep my passport on me.
Man, we didn't talk about that then.
Man, I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Mexico. I really want to go to Africa. I'm going to go to Africa before this year over. Like, I like to travel, but the thing about me, I go somewhere, and I just want to be there for about a day or two. Like, I feel like 3, 4, 5 days is too long. I could be doing something else in them days. Like, I haven't seen everything I want to see.
So are you an introvert?
I don't even know what that means.
Introvert is somebody that likes to be in. An extrovert, like I have an extrovert personality. Okay. My business partner, he has an introvert personality. Like, you know, he's cool behind the scenes, and I like to be in front of the camera.
I'm cool behind the scenes. I don't need to be.
You damn near should have been a beat maker.
That's what I could have been if I knew how to make beats. I'd have tried it. Like, I was one of them dudes, like I said, we always had the studio. My partners used to rap. I always wanted them to blow. I just wanted to be with them. Like, I didn't want to, like, I'm shy. I'm a shy dude, so yeah. I just wanted my partners to blow up so I could be with them, like, you know, and reap the benefits of them blowing up. Like,
yeah. How do you handle being shy, taller than everybody else? Niggas see you before they see their security.
It's 100%, 100%. I don't know. I just deal with it, man. It seems like every show, I be like, it'd be shows, I'd be like, man, I don't even want to go out there. That just come with being shy, but like once you get over it.
Talk about the time that you had a show and you bombed out.
Never.
Never bombed out?
Never.
That's dope.
Never. If I'm there, it's gonna happen.
Do you think that you could speak in public though? Like without the beat? Like,
yeah.
You've ever done that?
Mm-hmm. Just it's crazy because now it's like every family function, like they make me say the prayers.
Yeah.
I never did all that. Now they want me to say the prayers and doing that. Every time I go somewhere and I'm popping up for somebody and they want me to speak, man, talk to them for a second.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, it come with it. I'm more blessed to be in the position I'm in. God, the world don't owe me nothing. So if somebody come up and want to take a picture with me, that's a blessing to me. Like,
yeah.
Like how many people like want to just walk up and take a picture with a random person? I'm not a random person no more.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's just like.
Talk about a place that you was away that was far where people knew who you were.
I mean, like every city that I touch in the United States, like it's at least one person who's gonna recognize me. So I went to Mexico, somebody knew me. I went to Mexico, that's actually playing my song in one of the clubs that I went in. It was crazy to me. I was kind of like thrown off a little bit. But like every city I touch in the U.S., at least one person know me.
I gotta ask you a question about your music being everywhere. Do you have somebody interpreting, singing your songs in different languages?
I don't know. I want to check on that. That'd be kind of dope to me. Like,
you know,
I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna YouTube that and see. I don't know. That's kind of dope to me though.
Yeah, like they'd be singing Spanish. Do better in Spanish.
Yeah, I want somebody to do for whoever watching. Can one of y'all do it in a different language for me, please?
Hey, you know what's crazy? You could just go to E14 and snatch a few of them motherfuckers up in front of Home Depot. You know what? I want to ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
Growing up, talk about 5 people that did not see your success that may not be here.
That didn't see it?
Your 5 most important people that's in your life and in your heart that did not see your success.
My grandma, my uncle, my uncle, them the top 2 for sure. Let me see. Damn, I done lost so many partners. Probably one of my big homies that I look like, a bunch of my big homies that I looked up to, but RPJO, he was like somebody I looked up to growing up. I lost a lot of partners, but I didn't start losing family members until like recently, like, you know, so it's like,
yeah, I
lost my grandma and my uncle early. I mean, my uncle died in 2017, my grandma passed in 2018, but I recently just lost my nephew last year.
Yeah.
But just like my partners and my grandma and my uncle.
Gotcha. And how's the pandemic affected your career?
It in a weird way, it kind of like helped it or something. I don't know. It's like people start tapping in more to music like during the pandemic. So it's just like, yeah, they stopped the shows and stuff, but I was still moving around during the pandemic. So it's like I'd be in a whole nother city when they were talking about shut it down. Nah, I ain't shutting it down. I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Did you do any Zoom shows?
Nah, I ain't do no Zoom shows. No, not in the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. No Zoom shows.
No Zoom shows. That'd have been cool though.
Yeah, you finna go down in history as one of the dopest people to come out of Frisco. How you feel about that?
It's well deserved. You know, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion on it. Maybe somebody else might think different. Do Better was the biggest song to come out of the city, and if somebody, we could argue about it.
Yeah.
You know, RBL had great music, 100%. Don't give me no Bam and Weed is a national, like, that hit is like forever gonna be because of the song it is. Like, you know what I mean? That song was dope. I knew that song growing up. Yeah. You know, but Do Better is like, I don't know.
You got anything with Larry June yet?
Not yet. We were supposed to get some, but we just be missing each other.
Shout out to Larry June. That's a cool motherfucker right there.
He's a cool dude, and he from my neighborhood too.
Yeah. You know his younger brother, Monroe Flo?
I don't know him.
His brother raw too.
Yeah.
Super raw.
I gotta tap into him then.
For sure. So I was gonna ask you this. People always talk about making hit records, right? Mm-hmm. I think I heard MC Hammer say one of the hardest things to do is to beat a hit record. When you in the studio, do you have anxiety on trying to do better than do better?
It seems like at first you try to force it, but then you realize it's up to the people. So then it's like that. You know, we know that hit is like it's solidified. So now it's just like about putting out music, man. Then they're gonna tap into it because of that. But if it do it, do it. At this point, if it do it, do it. If it don't, it don't. It's up to the people.
You know what? You said you was 30, right?
Right.
Before you came, right? When you was young, who was the best rapper from Frisco?
The best rapper from Frisco? Like me growing up?
Yeah.
The best rapper from Frisco. Honestly, my honest opinion, we used to listen to Messy Mark.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. Shout out to Mess.
Shout out to Mess, man. Nobody can mess with Mess and Mess Prime. I don't care who you was, and we can argue about that too.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I heard a little bit of Messy Mar, but when he transformed into Cash Lord Mess, where he kind of repeats his shit, that shit is dope. Where he says the same line and the echo.
Mess is, and I seen Mess in the studio. He really like his own. He echo his own. He be like, go.
Yeah.
Like he do that himself. That ain't like no auto-tune or like how they do now. Mess do that himself. Like,
speaking of auto-tunes, have you ever used auto-tunes?
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
It's cool. For different songs, you want to switch it up. It's cool. I don't use auto-tune every time now, but it's cool though.
Could you use auto-tunes at a concert?
I actually have seen it done. I seen the Migos mics have auto-tune at the concert.
Yeah.
But it's the way you got to do it. Like, you know, you got to perform. You got to perfect how you going to perform.
Gotcha. Somebody said that auto-tunes killed the game. Do you feel the same way about that?
It depends on how you look at it. But kind of, though, it's like everybody auto-tuning out now.
Yeah.
Back then, that wasn't it. It was like, you don't even really, it kind of messed it up for the singers a little bit in a way. Because it's like, you don't really, like, people be feeling like they don't really need singers. You throw some auto-tune on and sing yourself.
Now, I do know this. Young rappers your age, right?
Right.
It seemed like they replaced storytelling with diss records.
I don't like that. I'm not the diss record type. Like, I don't like diss records ain't really it. Like,
do you have a favorite diss record?
Yeah, I probably got a few.
Name them. What's your 5 favorite diss records?
No Vaseline. I like that Drake Back to Back.
Okay.
I like New Era, New King. That record was hard.
New Era, New King. Is that
That's Mozzie.
Yeah.
Him and Sibo was going.
Yeah, I heard that.
Who else? It's a few of them. I don't know too much. That's a few other ones, man. I don't know.
Gotcha. Is that information classified, the other two?
I'm going to say this. If this record was dope, I'm going to listen to it, though.
Let me name my 5 just because I got company. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You my folks now.
Go ahead.
Is you my folks?
Go ahead, yeah.
I like No Vaseline, Ether by Nas.
Oh, Ether, yes. You can't forget Ether, for 100%.
Hit 'em up. Even though
Hit 'em up, for sure.
Dre Day. You know what that is?
No.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, Dev Rose in the motherfucking day.
Okay.
And the last one is Wanksta by 50 Cent.
Okay.
Because it was crazy because I was a single. That was his first single.
His first single and it went crazy. You ain't missing none of those.
So when I'm listening to a lot of this new music, you know what I'm saying? It seems like rappers don't tell stories anymore.
Not no more.
What's up with that, man?
Because these rappers ain't really high. They capping. They didn't grow up. Like, these rappers ain't got no projects to call home. They ain't really endure a lot too much. Like, back in the day, it's like you hit a story on, like, other rappers, like, they upbringing, how they came up. It ain't really too much of that no more.
Yeah.
Like, but the world evolved, so it's like everything is YouTube, and so you would sit in the house and just watch the gangster stuff that's going on YouTube, and then you can go in the studio and rap about it, and you're blowing up. So it's like it's different.
What do you think the gift and the curse is to social media?
Oh man, the gift of it is the reach. Like you could reach, like the reach is unlimited. Being on social media, you can reach a lot of different people, man, from a lot of different regions and areas. The curse of it is like, man, you can be all who you want to be on Instagram. I hate social media so much. I try to stay off of it as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I know I got to be on. But I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
The only reason why I got social media is because I became a rapper. But when I got out of jail, I deleted everything. I didn't have nothing.
Yeah. Do you look at it like if somebody's sitting up there, let's say like somebody pulls out a phone and records a fight and posts it, is that dry snitching?
Nah, they ain't dry snitching a fight. But if you record a shooting or something and get the shooter or something and you post it, that's definitely dry snitching. But a fight, fight is a fight.
Okay. How has bipping changed your life?
I never bipped.
No, I'm saying, do you be scared to park your car?
Oh, no, hell yeah, blood. It seemed like they just be practicing on my cars. Like, it's like I had a rental car. I parked it, was in the thing for like 10 minutes. I came out. It was literally nothing in my car. Like, it was to the point that it was like all the windows was see-through. And all I had was some shoes in the back seat. In the trunk. It was like a van. It was a rental. You could look, clearly just see his shoes. So they just bust the window and left the shoes. I'm like, at least take the shoes.
Was that your worst Bip story?
Nah, that ain't my worst one. The worst Bip story I got was actually recently. Fucking I don't know where it happened at, but I ended up going to my projects. I ended up going to the projects and double parking my car. My partner was like, man, I'm finna pull your car in the thing. I'm like, it's good. So when he got in the car to move it, the window splattered. Bam! So I'm like, so he kind of like, blood, somebody just shot at your car. I'm like, man, nobody shooting my car.
Yeah.
So we go look and you could see the little dots where like they was trying to bip the window, but it wouldn't bust. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, just imagine I'm just driving somewhere and the window just flat. I'm just thankful I was just comfortable or something. Like, crazy.
You know what's crazy? My worst Bip story is this. I was working 5 in the morning to 9 at night, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So on Friday, I finally got home.
Okay.
I was sipping a little cough syrup and shit like that, just fronting and shit, smoking a cigar with no weed on it and drinking some alcohol, trying to be hella cool on the bitch, right?
Right.
I don't go home Monday through Friday. I was sleeping in my car because I worked in Fremont. Okay. I take a shower at the gym and do this shit 5 days a week. But on this Friday, I'm happy I'm at home. Right. I'm in my driveway. I'm sipping some vodka, talking to this shorty. It's probably my chick now that I fuck with now, right? I just had the heater on. I passed out. I woke up to a cold air. I looked, my window was busted. Somebody took the phone off my motherfucking lap while I was asleep in the garage.
Never. Yes. Oh, wow. How'd you let that happen?
You know what? I didn't feel it. I didn't hear it. But you know what God was saying to me? Lawrence, you need to do better.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Yeah. That you know what? Because that was one of the first. I don't drink no more. So when that happened,
you was out,
huh?
You was out.
I was out. Plus all that working, from 5 in the morning to 9 at night. That's like a 15-hour shift. Time 5. That's
Yeah, you tired.
Yeah, for sure.
That's different though.
Yeah,
that's different.
Now that you rapping and stuff like that, right? Talk about an album in the '90s that you wish that you could have been on. Like you live like, man, I would have tore this shit up if I was rapping back then.
Probably album in the '90s. Let me see. Probably that last Biggie album.
Ooh.
Probably the last Biggie album.
You got a particular track you wish you was on?
Nah, not no particular track. I just, when you listen to that album, like, I liked the stuff that Biggie rapped about, because Biggie put me in a space of, like, he reminded me of, like, real project kids, like, growing up, struggling, not having nothing to come to having stuff, like, you know what I mean? So it was like, the stuff that he rapped about I can relate to.
Gotcha. So, I was going to ask you this, because Do Better, I kind of feel like it's a conscious song.
Right.
I do. I feel like it's conscious and gangster at the same time.
100%.
If you was going to make a playlist for my grandmother, what songs would you put on there that was conscious that she wouldn't feel offended?
That's conscious but gangster at the same time?
Yeah.
She
from Frisco.
Oh, she from Frisco.
For sure.
Do Better. Like any like
yo shit.
Well, mine. Yeah. Do Better Family. Do Better Family. It's a song called Hard For Me that me and my boy BP did. Blood Money, I just dropped that a couple months ago. That's 4. Probably like I got this song called Watching Over Me with BP too.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's 5.
So I'm about to ask you this question. You just don't say no name. Is your biggest hater a male or a female?
Probably both. Probably both. It's like, I know males though for sure. Males, 100% males. But the females be hating too though. It depends. The females be hating depending on who they deal with. Like,
yeah. Cause
I got a bunch of people that don't like me for certain reasons. It is what it is.
Have a chick ever said that you wasn't like that when you was with me?
Nah, females say some stuff like, I don't know, Prezi, I know the other or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I was gonna ask you this: where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, living in a big house with my kids and then relaxing, going to their games, and like my daughter just started running track, so like, supporting them in their dreams.
Yeah.
And molding them into the people that they want to become and help them better themselves.
And if you didn't live in California, what state would you want to live in?
Probably, I'll stay on the West Coast for sure, because I just like it over here.
Yeah.
Probably like Nevada or something, I don't know.
Gotcha. And what merch you got? You didn't bring no merch. You bought more jewelry than shirts, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Empire been treating me nice.
I like that.
I had to boss up, man. I couldn't just be a rapper. I had to look like one, too.
Yeah.
And it's all real. It's a lot.
For sure. Do you wear all that down the street?
Yeah. I wear this, I mean, sometimes I get tired of it. Like, my neck be getting heavy or something. But
like that. So when you get on the scale, you about 10 pounds heavier, huh?
Yeah.
You know, you got to damn near take the chain off to get an accurate assessment of what the nigga weigh.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking, my bad.
It's good.
I keep these two with me everywhere I go, because it's my protection right here. My nephew on my hand, my protection. Sometimes I might not wear my big one. Sometimes I might not wear my Prezi piece.
Okay. You got a bigger piece than that?
No, I'm talking about my
okay.
My chain. I might not wear it. It's too heavy. It's down at a kilo, so.
Gotcha.
Kind of weighing on my neck.
Yeah. So you can do shoulder shrugs.
Sometimes I go out with nothing on it. I'm still who I am without none of this jewelry. So sometimes I go out with nothing on me.
That's dope. Yeah. So you got projects. Every artist has a favorite project that they actually did. What is your favorite project?
My favorite project was my first one, Do Better, the Do Better album, and just because that was the one where I was like, it's like this. I gotta make this happen. I had to. Like, I stayed in the lab. I just was like working, man. Me and my big brother, Free T Fats, we put the work in, and we stayed in them studios, and the album actually came out dope. It was just like, I got no negative response from my album. It was all positive.
Yeah.
So it was like the first one, it just made me.
Yeah.
Like, because it just solidified me. Like, all right, this dude for real.
Yeah. I just asked you a question. I almost forgot it that quick. What kind of merch do you have?
Just like shirts and sweatsuits, stuff like that. We had some hoodies, some ski masks, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, for sure, man. Before we get out of here, tell people where they can find you at.
Man, y'all can find me on all social platforms. My Instagram is Prezi, Prezi. Everything else is Prezi223. I'm on every platform you can think. I'm a fake little TikToker too. I like doing TikToks a lot.
Okay. For sure, man. Thanks for coming out, dude.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
YMLD's also known Lawrence the One for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.